everybody, my name is Becky. I am Becky B Crafty here on YouTube, over on Instagram and now on TikTok as well. It is Sunday the 9th of August and welcome to Flosstube number 13. I had to look down at my book as usual because I've forgotten which number we were on. So hi everybody, hope you're all well. An apology first off. I remember in my last video, which I've just checked in my notebook, was the 4th of July, so the beginning of July, so over a month ago, where I was saying that, oh yeah, it's the summer holidays from school now, so I'm off work for 6 weeks. I'm going to get loads of crafting done. I'm going to post more often. No, hasn't happened, has it? Yeah, life and things have just got in the way, and not gonna lie to you guys, I just really couldn't be bothered to sit down and film a video, to be fair. I've just not been in the mood for filming a video. My hair's curly at the minute, as you can see, and it's all sticking up at the back. I've had my hair cut as well. Probably noticed it was like down here before, so I've had a little bit chopped off. Ready for going on holiday next week. So yeah, I've been doing lots of crafting. Don't get me wrong, I have been doing a lot of crafting. But that's just taken over really, and I've just not felt like sitting down and filming a video because I've been too busy crafting, which is what it's all about, isn't it? That's why we're all here, because of our love of crafting. So I have got plenty to show, plenty to talk about. So make sure you've got a drink, make sure you've got a project with you, whether it's cross stitch, knitting, crochet, spinning, diamond painting, colouring, anything, because I've been doing a bit of everything. I'm not going to be showing everything, but I've been doing a bit of everything during the holidays. So let's crack on. So normally first on my videos I go through Flosstubers I've been watching. I'm still going to do that, but I'm pretty much just going to name loads of people and then I will link them all in the video down below. Because I've been off work and because it's been over a month since my last video, there have been a lot of Flosstubers I've been watching. So lovely Sarah, SJ Stitches 2023, Laura, Butterfly Stitches, Charlie Feathers. I've started watching Charlie Feathers because I know a lot of people watch her as well. She's done her top 5 designers video, same as Adelaide Stitches, and Adelaide Stitches has recently done a WIP parade as well. She's also trying to whip down, so she's trying to, I think she's spinning a wheel and working on projects that are close to finishing so that she can try and get some things finished, which is a really good idea. Cross Stitch Sarah, of course, Catherine, Arabella Pumpkin Stitches, Mad Morty and the Brom I've started watching as well. They've got some lovely projects between them. Nicola, who is simply a stitcher, she did a Lord of the Rings video and we are big Lord of the Rings fans in our house, so that was a lovely one to see. Sarah, Stitchybug, Rachel from Talking Dog, Kenny Stitches posted a video, I think it was last night or the night before. It was like an unboxing of a kit that he'd got, but he did say it was a quick video and he did say that he was hoping to be back at like the end of the month or something like that. So it'd be good to see you back, Kenny. I've missed you. I've also been watching Martin, who is Welsh tenor, who has the Knit365 blog and YouTube channel. He's a knitter and a crocheter, because you all know that I like my knitting and my crocheting as well, not just a cross stitch. So if you do like watching some knitting and crochet content, go and check Martin out. I think he's been vlogging for about 8 years or something now. 6 years, might be 6. I think he started during lockdown or something like that, and he's got some amazing videos. He's one of the first people I started regularly watching on YouTube for like craft videos and things. Stitching with Charlie, you can't see her but she's actually on the TV at the moment, paused. I'm just watching through Charlie's WIP parade. You've got some gorgeous projects, Charlie, and she's also been showing off her beautiful project bags that she's been making herself. So they are absolutely gorgeous, Charlie, and you may have inspired me. I might have to have a look at your project bag tutorial and have a go at making the one that's just one piece of fabric that lines itself and things, if it's quite simple. So watch this space. I'm not making any promises, but and then there's Crafty Gaming Jamie. She's trying to get some of her Crafty Gaming Jamie does a lot of full coverage projects, like huge, massive full coverage projects. And she's trying to get some progress on some of hers. So at some point she's been working on the ones that are at the highest percentage to try and get them finished. But then she's been working on the ones that are at the lowest percentage, them up a little bit. But she's always got loads of gorgeous projects to show. And not forgetting as well, Helen D, East Coast Crafter, posts every couple of weeks and has always got gorgeous projects and things, and brilliant tutorials for things as well. So I get round to fully finishing a few bits and some of Helen's tutorial videos. So as I say, I will link all of those Flosstubers and YouTubers down below, so that if you've not watched them before, you can go and give them a like and a subscribe. That would be fantastic. While we're talking about liking and subscribing, after my last video, I put a plea out on, I think it was Facebook and on Instagram, just saying that I was really close to 200 subscribers and I would love to be able to tip the 200 mark, which I've done. I think I'm at 206 at the minute. So I did say that we were going to have a little giveaway when I got to 200, so that's in my pile and we'll do that towards the end. So thank you so much for everyone that's liked, commented, subscribed, shared, all those sorts of things. If you've happened to find my video from someone else's mention and you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing if you like what you see, like some of the projects that I show. It's mainly cross stitch, but I am, now that I've had my hand operated on and I'm all back to full health with it, I am doing a bit more knitting and crochet and stuff as well, so there will be some other crafts that are popping in sometimes as well. So let's have a look at the actual stitching. There's quite a lot. Let me just have a little count up. So I've got one finish, 1, 2, 3 FFOs, just looking, I've not put a new start next to that one, and it was 2 new starts, and then I've worked on 1, 2, 3 WIPs. Wow, that's a lot. I should have actually tallied all this up and written it down properly at the beginning. So 3 FFOs, 1 finish, 2 new starts, and 3 WIPs worked on. So I've got quite a lot to show. So, oh darn it, I've not brought my board over. Never mind, I'll use a sorry for leaning down so close, I'll have to use a project bag, but I couldn't fit everything on the sofa, so there's stuff on the sofa, there's stuff down here on the floor, there's stuff everywhere. So we will start with my finish. Let me grab my project case actually, and my first finish is this one, and I think I finished this literally the day after I filmed my last video. So this is Garden of Halloween Boy. Let me get that tag out of there, that's going to annoy me. By the Witchy Stitcher from the Witchy Stitching book. And if you will know, I've stitched him to go with his partner, the Garden of Halloween Girl, which I stitched and fully finished into a black coffin shaped tray last year. So he is finished, but he's not FFO'd. He won't be FFO'd until I get up. I did say he wasn't going to be FFO'd until probably September time, when I got my Halloween and autumn box out of the loft. But I need to nip up into the loft in the next week to get the suitcases out of the loft. So I might, if she's easy to get to, grab Garden of Halloween Girl, just so that I can check the measurements and everything, because I want to frame him exactly the same in the black coffin. So actually I have got pictures, so I'll pop a picture up here of what she looks like, and he's going to look exactly the same. So yeah, he is stitched on 28 count cashel. It says pearl grey / dove grey, so I'm not entirely sure what the colour is. Using all the called for DMCs, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell, you can see a little bit on his shoes, but he's actually got some DMC etoile, and on the bow around his neck and his face as well, it's a little bit sparkly, but it's kind of hard to pick it up in the light today. But yeah, there he is. He's finished. I can't wait to get him FFO'd. and then display him on my living room window display in September, October, November time with his partner. So that was my finish. Fold him up and chuck him over on the other side of the sofa. Right, fully finishers. So last video, I think it was, let me have a look. Yeah, last video I finished an Emblem of Love, which was a lovely circular design by Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery, and I have got around to fully finishing it, and here it is. I'm just holding it because I don't want it to like tip forward and break my laptop or anything. So, oh, that's it, the light's just got a bit brighter and got a bit better. So it's not perfect, it's a bit bumpy around some of the, well, around the edge a little bit in a few places, but I wanted to frame it, because it's a circular design, I wanted to mount it as a circle, and I got this lovely wooden plate and then a stand for it to go on. But yeah, this was stitched on 14 count. It's like a pale blue Ada that I got from Letistitch at Corrie's little shop at a Floss Friends retreat. And then this is Weeks Dye Works Celebration that I stitched it in because I wanted to do it in something quite bright and funky and a bit out there. So I'm really, really pleased with how that's come out. And I stitched mine and my husband's wedding anniversary date on the bottom as well. So currently this has just been sat on the dining table, but I need to find somewhere a bit better to display it. I think it's going to go on the hearth, which is across from me where I'm sat at the moment. But because it's the summer holidays, we're in the process of like a big full house clean and tidy as well. We've done most of it. I just need to finish off a little bit in the living room and a bit in our bedroom. But after I've finished off and tidied a bit around the living room and stuff, I will find somewhere for that to go. So that was my first FFO. Second FFO was my Halloween pumpkin, which was a wooden kit that my husband Matt bought me for my birthday, and they are by Sweet Annet on Etsy. And here it is. I absolutely love these wooden kits from Sweet Annet. If you watch some of my other videos, you'll know that for, I think it was Christmas, he bought me a lovely butterfly that had like a poppy design on it, and I absolutely loved it, and he knew I liked them, so for my birthday he bought me the set of pumpkins. So did all the stitching, did all the back stitch, everything that you need, literally everything that you see here comes in the kit. So there's the pumpkin shape that you stitch on, and then when you finish stitching it, you've even got the pre-cut out piece of felt to stick on the back. Then there are these other like overlay pieces with like the spider and the tree on. So put that over. The holes are already punched into both of the pieces, so you just have to sew through with a matching thread. I went for an orange, and then I haven't stuck it into the little base because it'll be easier for storage when it goes in my box of autumn and Halloween stuff. But yeah, and then they stand on their little stand, and there were 3 in a pack, and my husband chose this one for me to do first. So there is, I call him Pumpkin Ghost by Sweet Annet. I will link Sweet Annet's Etsy shop down below as well. Definitely go and have a look. She's got some absolutely gorgeous wooden kits. So there is my Pumpkin Ghost. Love him, so cute. Can't wait until it's sort of September, October time so I can actually display him. And my last cross stitch FFO is, drum roll, it's Cheeky Frog by Barbara Anna Designs. Oh, he's reflecting a little bit there. She's reflecting a little bit. Oh, sorry if that was a horrible noise. I'm trying not to let my top fall down a little bit too much, but I just put my hand over the microphone, so I apologise. But yeah, I was stitching Cheeky Frog as part of a stitch along with Cross Stitch Sarah, Charlie Feathers, Stitchy Sunnyside. I apologise, I cannot remember everybody's names. Have a look on Instagram, hashtag Cheeky Frog Fridays. if you want to see everybody's stitching so far. But there is my cheeky frog. I apologise about the reflection, that's really bad. But she is stitched using all the colour 4 DMCs. She's stitched on an opal linen by Coffee Craft Fabrics. And then this fabric I got from Lisa at Atelier Frames at the Big Stitch back in June. And I think it's just perfect. The colours in her, the colour of the fabric, and then the colour of the frame as well is just perfect. She's been sat up on my dining table as well, and every time anyone comes round and sees her, they're all like, oh my god, what is that? And I'm like, hey, you leave Mabel alone, she's my cheeky frog, she's me at the end of a long work day. Get home, bra off. It's got to be done, girls, hasn't it? Got to be done. But yeah, there she is. Absolutely love her. So there was my third FFO. So projects I've worked on. So Cheeky Frog was a new start. I don't think I showed Cheeky Frog last time, did I? Oh, I had shown her last time. I had started her last time. I had started her, but I've not finished her. So new start is the Spooky Halloween Patchwork Sale by Historical Sampler Company. Mine's gone blank there. Historical Sampler Company. So I ordered the full box. I will try and link somewhere at the end in one of the cards or something, the video where I did, like, not an unboxing, but I showed off everything that came in, like the full boxed kit. So in keeping it in the little the season to be spooky drawstring bag that came with the kit. And I haven't shown this at all because when I filmed my last video, I think, when was it? What date was 4th of July? What day was it? Let me have a look. I have a feeling it might have been a Saturday. It was a Saturday. And we didn't actually get part 1 for the stitch along, because it's in 4 parts, until the Monday. So we've now had part 3. So you haven't seen this at all, and I'm 3/4 of the way through it already. So I'm going to have to hold it up with my project case again. It's really creased because I've only just finished part 3 after dinner today. So there is what we have got so far. So part 1 was kind of, how do I do this? Part 1 was this section here. So the owl, the skeleton and the cauldron, and then the first bit of this box here, first bit of this box, and then part of the boo. So that was the first part. Second part was the rest of this part along here. So witches, start of the word pumpkins, looks like some candles down here, spider, mushroom, and the lovely witch's hat. And then part 3, which came out this Monday just gone, was this bit down here. So spiders, the pumpkin, these little symbols, the cats on the broomstick, which are just adorable. This is obviously going to say Halloween, the rest of Boo, the bottom of the owl, and then this little white pumpkin here. So I apologise for this being so creased. It's also got, because we've got threads left for obviously bits that are going to carry on, so I've put them on the bobbins on the back. So they're kind of like banging around a little bit. So let's show it a little bit at a time. Might make it a bit easier. Oh, that's a little bit better. So yeah, the colours in this are gorgeous. And I love how it's coming out so far. And I've managed to keep up. It's a piece. We get a part every 2 weeks. And I've managed to keep up so far. So we've just got the last bottom quarter to do. And that part actually comes out a week on Monday. Hold on a minute, I've just had something pop up on my laptop screen. There we go. Hopefully you didn't see anything, it just got in my way a little bit. So yeah, part 4 comes out a week on Monday, and we are actually going to be on holiday. We are going down to Cornwall for a week on this next Saturday, a week yesterday. No, it's Saturday today, a week today. Is it Saturday today? No, it's Sunday today. Oh my God. You can tell it's the school holidays because I have lost all concept of time and days whatsoever. Wow. So part 4 is out a week tomorrow on the Monday, and a week yesterday we drive down to Cornwall for a week, and I think I've decided that I'm not going to take it with me because I think it's a little bit too, there's a lot of colours and a lot of colour changes and things, and it's on linen as well, which is gorgeous, excuse me. But I think I'm going to leave it to be able to concentrate on it properly when I get home, because my stitching time when we're on holiday is either going to be like in the car when we're going somewhere for a day trip, or maybe just a little bit in the evenings when we've been out all day or something when we're back at the cottage. So I want to take something a little bit simpler, I think. So I think I'm going to leave it, and then I'll finish it when we get back off holiday. So other things I've been working on then. So this one's on the top, so I'll start with this one. Gorgeous project case from Canny Little Fox. And this is, oh, I've got a picture in here as well so I can show the picture. This is the Sugar Glider by Cottage Garden Samplings, Year in the Woods Part 2. So that is what he will look like when he's finished. This is what he looked like last time you saw him. And this is what he looks like now. So I've done quite a bit. So sorry, I know this isn't very good. Let me have a look at the picture that I took, and then I know what I'm talking about, because I can't remember where I actually, so I've got the branch and the tail done. So I've literally done all this body and the leaves and his foot since the last time you saw him. So yeah, he's coming on really, really well. Love the colours in this. Love this series. I was planning on stitching all of them, and hopefully I will get round to stitching all of them, but I was going to stitch them all in order, but I think I'm going to have to be a bit more selective this time. But I'm not going to start another one until he's finished. Definitely not. So yeah, made really, really good progress on him. No starts because it's paper pattern. But he's stitched using DMC and Weeks Dye Works and Classic Colour Works. And he's on 40 count. I think it's Vintage Country Mocha. But yeah, there he is. So that one's coming along really, really well. So just let me pop everything back in the case, and then I'm not going to lose anything. Right, next project I have been working on. Oh, please tell me I took a picture. Did, yes. So this is paper chart as well, so I have got the cover photo that I can show you. This is Bee and Blossoms by Samplers and Primitives. So this was a Nashville Needlework Market pre-order from earlier this year, and it was Kenny from Kenny Stitches that actually showed me these. So there is Bee and Blossoms. This is what it looked like last time. So it was the head and the first part of the body that was done, and I've made really, really good progress on this one as well. I'm going to have to hold it on my bag. This is what it looks like now. So I've pretty much done all of this bottom part of the body. I can't remember what it's called. One of them's the abdomen, one of them's the thorax. I can't remember which bit's which. Someone, I'm sure, will tell me in the comments. But the use of colour to show like the shading and the light is just beautiful in this project. This is on, have I still got the, no, I haven't still got the tag attached. Thought I might have. I'm pretty sure this is Vintage Country Mocha as well, but I think it might be 28 count. I can't remember, but yeah, really happy with how this one's coming along. Really, really happy. Beautiful. I think it's a DMC needle minder, this one, this bee that my husband bought me for Christmas. But yeah, that one is looking gorgeous. So next it's going to be onto either the legs or the wings. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to do next. But this one's having a bit of time out at the minute, just because I've been fancying stitching on other things basically. So there we go. Let me fold that up and put it back in the bag. And just look at the colours for this. Aren't they just gorgeous? DMC, and then there's a couple of Weeks Dye Works and a couple of Classic Colour Works as well. But with this one, I can't remember if I said before, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to do like the flowers and the border bits at the top and the bottom. I've got a lovely like hexagonal honeycomb shaped frame that I bought, a pre-made frame from Lisa at Atelier Frames, and I'm hoping that the bee might fit in with just some of the flowers around, but maybe not the whole border. So I'm going to do the whole bee and then kind of like put the frame over the top of it and see what's what and see what else I can get away with. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous design, absolutely stunning. There's another one in the set as well that's, I think it's Queen Bee, and I've got that one as well. So what else have I been working on? We'll do this one next. Again, I have to get it out of the bag. Sorry for the rustling. This is Hearts Over Kings by Letistitch. And I mean, they can't say it, but it's House of the Dragon inspired. It is. That's quite obviously Daemon and Rhaenyra and the dragons flying over King's Landing. But fell in love with this when I saw it. And this has been my first Letistitch kit and I'm absolutely hooked. Absolutely love them. It's full coverage. It is on 16 count white Ada because it's full coverage, and they are Luca S threads, and they are absolutely gorgeous. I love the Luca S threads. So this is where it was when you saw it last time. So I've just got some of the corner of the building done at the top, and I've done a lot. I've actually stitched since last time you saw it 5,604. Oh no, I haven't, that's a lie. I've stitched 2,821 stitches on this since you last saw it, and at the minute, oh no, my magnet's just dropped off. It looks like this. Oh, I love it so much. Just again, the use of shading and colour. I mean, there's no backstitch or anything in this so far, it's just cross stitch, and the use of shading and colour sort of to make the top of the buildings and the archway is just stunning. And I think I'm at the point now where I'm starting on the sky, and it's actually half cross stitch, so there's a bit of a tale to tell with this. So with Letistitch kits, and with the newer ones anyway, there is a QR code inside on the pattern that you can scan, and it takes you to the page on their website for the digital copy of the pattern. Underneath that QR code on the pattern, there is a code. If you add the digital chart to your basket, put that code in as a coupon code, it gives it you for free basically, so that you can get the digital pattern for free when you've bought the kit. So I did that, popped it in Pattern Keeper, was like, oh my god, that is so many stitches, but it's gorgeous, so I don't mind. And as I say, because I'm getting near, I'm going to put it down because it's hurting my arm because it's really, really heavy. As I've been getting near to doing the backstitch sky, let me hold the cover up again. So this is the bit that I've done all up here in the corner. So now all this sky, apart from the dragons, is pretty much not backstitch, half cross stitch. Yeah. But then I noticed that on the Pattern Keeper file, it had put two symbols in one square for the half cross stitch. So effectively, every stitch on Pattern Keeper that was half cross stitch had been doubled, which meant that my stats on Pattern Keeper weren't right because there was too many stitches in there. Then I realised that what they'd also done is, it's really hard to explain, but in Pattern Keeper each of them was doubled, but then they were almost like doubled again, because it's really hard to explain, but I just want to count. I know some people don't do this, but I want to count a half stitch as it's a stitch. I know it's only a half stitch, so some people would count 2 half stitches as 1 stitch. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to count a half stitch is a stitch that block is done. Yeah, whether it's got a half stitch in it or a full stitch in it, that block of stitching is done. It's 1 stitch, it's 1 block that's done. That's why I wanted to count it. So I had to go through the pattern. Some of the symbols are doubled up because they are for half stitch and they are for full stitch as well. So I had to highlight the symbol that had half stitches in it. I had to take away from that the number that were actual full stitches. Then I had to half it. Then I think I had to half it again because they'd done something weird with, I can't remember how I worked it out. It fried my brain for a whole afternoon. But I think I've now got the right stitch count for the pattern, which I think is 49,082. Which means I've done 5,647 so far, which means I'm at 12%, which, I don't know why I keep putting that back in here. So 12%, so if I hold those up together, 12% probably looks about right for all this bit that I've done down here. I'm hoping it is anyway, if it doesn't work out, because obviously my tallying and my stitch counts on Pattern Keeper are going to be wrong. But I use the Stitch Pal app, where you can put your own number of stitches in for the finished project. So I've done all my working out and my calculations. I think I've done them right. As I say, it fried my brain for a whole afternoon, but I think I got it right. So then I put that number in Stitch Pal, and then obviously I can put the amount of stitches that I've done into Stitch Pal from Pattern Keeper. And hopefully Stitch Pal will have the right percentage. So 12% probably, I hope, looks about right for the bit that I've done at the minute. But we'll see. We'll see. If it's not, it's not. I'm still loving working on it. It's an absolutely stunning pattern. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, hopefully this next week, obviously we've got a lot to do with getting ready to go on holiday. We've got to go up in the loft and get the cases. Got to make sure we've got everything bought. We've got to pack, do all the washing, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get a little bit more of this done this week. So I think my final thing to show is a new start, which is down on the floor, which is why I've actually leaned over. And this is a new start that was not on my radar at all, not in my plans. I bought this pattern from Jacob at Modern Folk Embroidery at the Big Stitch. It is Mr. Bones in the Garden. And then I was watching Kayla and Lauren, who are stitching with my little A, was watching their Flosstube after the Big Stitch. And they said that I actually enabled them to buy these patterns when they saw that I'd got them, because they didn't realise that Jacob did this dark crosses sort of selection. So they went and got this pattern and some more as well. And then Lauren messaged me on Instagram and said, oh, me and Mum were wondering if you wanted to start Mr. Bones in the Garden as a sal. So I was like, well, I wasn't planning to, but yeah, go on then. So here he is, Mr. Bones in the Garden. This is on 18 count black Ada. And as you can see, all of Mr. Bones is done so far. And just let me have a look, because I've forgotten what colours they are. He has been stitched in antique lace by Classic Colourworks. So this was a really good excuse to use some of my thread clubs. I get the Classic Colourworks and Weeks Dye Works thread clubs from Laura at Talking Dog Stitchery, which are going to feature in my acquisitions, my purchases. So Mr. Bones himself is stitched in Classic Colourworks antique lace. And then I wanted something different for the garden and the leaves and things. So I was looking through my Classic Colourworks and Weeks Dye Works, And I haven't started yet, but I have decided to use, let me hold everything back up again. I have decided to use Absinthe by Weeks Dye Works. How bright is that? But yeah, I wanted to use something that was in my stash of over-dyed threads. Because at the end of the day, that's what they're there for. I'm collecting them to use them, not just to look at them because they're pretty. So I thought that would be amazing. I showed it to my husband and he was like, yeah, that'll look really, really cool. So yeah, I haven't stitched any on it for a while because I've been concentrating on Spooky Halloween Patchwork Sal by Historical Sample Company, and I was really, really invested in Hearts Over Kings as well. But I might take him on holiday. I know it's going to be hard with the black, but I don't mind stitching on black. I know some people really struggle with it. I really don't. So I might take him on holiday to do a little bit on holiday because it shouldn't take long to get the leaves and stuff done at all. So yeah, he might end up coming on holiday down to Cornwall with us. But yes, thank you, Kayla and Lauren, for enabling a new start that was not on my plans list at all. But hey ho, I can't resist a Sal. So, what shall we do next? We will do purchases and acquisitions. So, I got a lovely little parcel in the post after I did my last video from Sarah, who is SJ Stitchers 2023. Hi, Sarah. And she'd said when I saw her, well, she messaged me after the big stitch and said, or was it during the big stitch? I honestly can't remember now. It seems like a million years ago, Sarah. And she said, I've run out of my table gifts, but I'm going to put some more together to send to a few people. Can I have your address? Because I want to send you one. I'm like, oh, you don't have to. But yeah, that's really lovely. Thank you. So I've got this lovely little parcel that came with one of Sarah's lovely little stickers. So SJ Stitchers 2023. And then there is a DMC thread in there. So this one is 597. So it's a beautiful light bluey aqua colour. Gorgeous. And then, and I haven't used this yet because I've left it in the bag so I can show you a lot. A gorgeous little floss ring with a little bit of bling on it. And it's like a blue strawberry. It's so cute. So I need to actually use this for something now. So thank you so much, Sarah. That was so kind of you to send them to me. Lovely, lovely little bit of stitchy kindness. And Sarah, I did message because was it a WIP parade that you did, Sarah? I honestly can't remember now. It was that long ago since I watched. But she mentioned that she was working on Halfway Happy again, which I finished. And she said that it was seeing mine after I'd finished it and got it framed at Floss Friends a few months ago, that has inspired her and one of her friends to pick it back up and wanting to get it finished and what have you again. And I think when I was getting that framed with Lisa from Atelier Framing, and Sarah came up to have a look and sort of help me choose the frame and what have you, I mentioned that I got Hopper's Town by Heartstring Samplery as well. And I think Sarah said that her and some of her friends had started it but not got very far. So I mentioned in a comment on Sarah's last video and said, oh, you know, if you're wanting any sort of any encouragement to get on with Hopper's Town, I'm desperate to start it, so maybe we could work on it together. And she replied and said sort of like, yeah, that would be really good. So Sarah, we need to organise that, when for me to get started and when for you to dig it out and get on with it. So right, I'm gonna have a quick slurp of juice. I've got a nice big glass of orange juice here. If you know, you know. I'm not apologising for it. I know some people don't like it. I warned you I'm going to do it, so just mute it for a second. If you know, you know. But as I say, I am not apologising for it. I've been talking for nearly 40 minutes straight and it's really, really warm. It's about 26 degrees here today. You can probably see I'm getting redder and shinier as the video goes along because the fan, like cooling unit that we have, normally stands on the coffee table, which is where my laptop is for filming at the moment, and I didn't want it to be too noisy, so I've not got the fan on. So I need a drink when it's really, really warm. So, but I'm not apologising for it. Right. Thread clubs. So I mentioned earlier, sorry for the rustling, I need to know which one's which. So I've got 2 months worth of thread clubs to fill. Which ones did I get this one? I am in the Weeks Dye Works and Classic Colourworks thread clubs with Rachel from Talking Dog Stitchery. They're A's, so that must be last month. So from Weeks Dye Works in July, I got azaleas. Oranges and pinks and all sorts in that one. Gorgeous. Aztec red. That's showing up brighter than it actually is. It's a bit darker than that, but still gorgeous. Baby's breath, which is a lovely sort of pale creamy colour. Autumn leaves, which is just gorgeous. Again, that's coming up really, really bright, and it's not that bright. It's darker than that, but... And then baked apple. And then from Classic Colourworks in July, we got it was stuck. Avocado. Baby blanket, which has got blues and pinks and greens and all sorts in it. It's absolutely gorgeous, that one. And for a baby sampler or something, that would be absolutely stunning. Baby chick, which is a nice little creamy yellow. I apologise if these don't look right and they're blowing out. Baking tin, which is literally like a greyy baking tin colour, funnily enough. And balsam fir, which I believe I already got one of these because I think it came in Laura from Cotton and Clay's advent calendar last year. So now I've got 2. So they were from July, and then the other day, sorry for the rustling again, I got August. So we have got Weeks Dye Works banana pudding. That's kind of like yellow and a bit of a light brownie. As I say, they're not coming out very well. Bark, which is very similar to the balsam fir from Classic Colourworks actually. Bashful, I believe I've already got one of that as well because I'd already bought it for a project. Basil, which is actually, you'd think it'd be greeny like basil as in the herb, but it's not. It's purpley and really, really lovely. And then banana popsicle, which is another lovely yellowy coloured one. And then the Classic Colourworks for August were, these aren't in order either. I have them because Rachel sends them out in alphabetical order to keep track of who's got what. I keep them in alphabetical order as well on my hoops, but I've not put them in alphabetical order before I showed them. So Bambino, which is a lovely one that would go with the baby blanket from Weeks Dye Works. It's kind of like got purples and oranges in it. Bamboo, which is a nice just creamy colour. Bandana, which is quite a dark red. Barn door. And then barrel cactus. So they are my Weeks Dye Works and Classic Colourworks thread clubs for the last couple of months. I'm going to put them all in one big pile now. And then when I finish filming, I will sort them out into alphabetical order on my hoops. And the bags can go in the bin. Right, what else have we got? Oh, next thing isn't stitchy. It's more knitting and crochet, but you will remember that on the day before my birthday, on the 13th of June, I went to the Wool Monty yarn show at Magna, and they have like a selfie stand while they're there, and if you take a picture of yourself at the selfie stand, they choose some pictures to win some prizes. And I got a notification a week or 2 afterwards saying that I was one of the lucky winners of the selfie competition. I was so shocked. And the show is organised and run by the yarn shop called Woolful, So yeah, I won a £50 voucher for the Woolful shop. So obviously I replied by instant message. I was like, oh my God, I'm so surprised. Thank you so much. They sent me the £50 voucher, and I immediately went on to Woolful and was looking at what I could buy. So I'm going to have to put a picture in of this because I've put all the yarn away. I got a massive big yarn bundle, and it's Stylecraft yarn, and it is to make, I'm looking down because I've got the name of it written here, the Boo Halloween blanket in the spooky colourway by Rosina Crochet. So I'll pop the blanket up there. So it's literally, I can't remember how many it is, I think it's about like 10 or 12 balls of Stylecraft yarn to make this Halloween blanket. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it's actually using a technique called overlay mosaic crochet. And normally when you're crocheting, you go in rows. When you're doing it in rows, you go back one way and then go back the other way. But obviously then the stitches are different because you're crocheting the right side and the wrong side. What overlay mosaic crochet does, apparently, I've never done it before so I don't know, is you work from one side to the other. Then you stop and you go back and work from that same side to the other. So it keeps all the stitches in the right direction. But when you're changing colour, you're not changing colour halfway through. You kind of, I think, sort of like crocheting into the backs and the fronts or something like that. I have had a bit of a look into it, but it was a while ago. So before I start that blanket, I need to have another look into it. But I bought the pattern, and as I say, I got all the yarn as well with my £50 voucher. I then also got this amazing basket to store it all in, but it's not actually stored in there at the minute. I've got another crochet blanket kit stored in here at the moment. This is the Lily Pond blanket by Janie Crow, I believe. Sorry if I've got that wrong. But yeah, I've been working on this for years basically, and I thought now I've got a nice lovely big basket, I'll bring it down, I'll pop it in the basket, and I'm going to make myself finish that one before I start the spooky Halloween one. And then I also got, I managed to get loads of stuff for my £50, 2 balls of King Cole Footsie 4-ply yarn for making socks, and I wish you could feel how soft these were. Oh my gosh, some 4-ply sock yarn that I've felt before, it's really scratchy and I don't like it. These, I took a chance on them because I thought, you know, I'm not actually paying my money for them. You know, it's a voucher, it's a prize that I've won. They are so soft. They are so soft. They're gorgeous. So obviously, you know me, you know I like purple. So we've got fig and we've got red onion. So I think as part of my holiday crafting plans, when we go on holiday to Cornwall next week, I'm going to take one of these and I am literally just going to knit a plain pair of stocking stitch vanilla socks with them, because that'll be something nice and simple for me to do in the car, keep me occupied without having to look at too much of a pattern, apart from when I'm doing like the heel and the toe and things like that. So yeah, thank you so much to the ladies from Woolful for winning that prize. That was so not expected, but so much appreciated. So let's have a look at other hobbies then. So we know that I like a bit of knitting and crochet, and I've mentioned and I've shown before that I've been knitting the flower fairies from Toft. So far I've done the chicory fairy, the peony the peony fairy, and the cherry blossom fairy. And now added, oh, she's falling over, she's had a few. Now added to the collection is the buttercup fairy. Oh, why are you not standing up properly? There we go. Is the buttercup fairy. There she is. So she's got a lovely long hair, a beautiful cream and yellow wings, a lovely buttercup dress, and then a lovely stem hat. So I've got 4 of these flower fairies now, and we've actually bought a new, not exciting in the slightest, but I had to tell my mum, and my husband thought it was really funny that I'd messaged my mum because we got a new laundry basket. But it's not just a laundry basket, it's like got one section for black and one section for white on like little pull-out rollers, and it's got like a nice wooden top to it and everything. So these are now sitting at the top of the stairs on the new laundry basket. and I just think it's really, really nice and cute. But no, I messaged my mum a picture of it because that's the kind of thing that she would like, and my husband thought it was hilarious. It's like, why are you telling your mum we've got a new laundry basket? Just the things that some people that we like, isn't it? So there is the Buttercup Fairy. Let's give a little wave. Hello everybody. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. So there she is. Fluff coming off her hair. It's gone up my nose. And another bit of crochet that I've done, I showed off the kit for this that I had received in my last video, and I mentioned that Toft, the crochet and knitting brand that I love, do a summer competition every year, and this year it is Dewey the Bookworm. And I'd ordered my kit and I have made my Dewey the Bookworm. So he is crocheted using violet and amethyst Toft yarns. He's got his blue safety eyes and his little silver glasses. And the best part about him is he's wired. He's got wire inside him so that you can bend him into different positions. We can have him doing a little curl up, or we can have him sitting, or we can have him doing a bit of a dance, a bit of yoga. But yeah, he is wired, so he's got wire inside. So I've got quite a few ideas for my photos that I'm going to take with Dewey to enter into the Toft Summer Photography Competition, but I haven't done any of them yet. Obviously, he's going to be coming on holiday with us, because if we find any good bookshops or anything, or nice photo opportunities, he's nice and small just to fit in my bag to whip out and take a photo. So yeah, there is Dewey the Bookworm. So cute. He's so cute. Love him. So yeah, stay tuned and keep an eye out on Instagram for all my Dewey the Bookworm photos I will be taking. So what have we got left? Oh, socks. I've been knitting socks. These are the Dancing Droplet Socks, which is a pattern by Stephen West of West Knits. Look at them bad boys. My husband says they're absolutely hideous, but I love them. I happen to love them. And you do like lots of slip stitches and passing over and stuff, which is how you make these droplets. And this colourway it was a Halloween mystery special by the little grey Gemma of the Little Grey Girl from a few years ago. I can't remember if it called something Witchy, Witch's Brew, something like that. So got contrast for the cuffs and contrast for the heels, but I didn't have enough contrast for the toes, so the toes have just carried on in the normal colour. So I absolutely love them. I'm getting a bit back into sock knitting again at the minute, especially I used to love knitting socks on DPNs on double pointed needles, but I was finding that's what was hurting my hand and my wrist quite a lot. So I've actually bought myself some pairs of circular, small circular needles. This one's part way through, so I'm just onto the foot of this one now. That's why it's still attached. Oh, it's got Hamilton hair on it as well. And it's so much easier on these tiny little circular needles. It might not seem like it, but it really is. So this past week, I've finished the leg, done the heel, and then done all this bit of the foot. So I've got another couple of different brands, pairs of the same size needles, but they're different brand, small circular ones. So I think, as I mentioned, I was going to take one of those lovely sock yarns on holiday. I think I'll try one of the other brands as well, but I'm hoping to get these finished. But let me know in the comments below, who do you agree with? Do you love them, or do you think like me, or do you think they're hideous like my husband? I absolutely love them. I love a pair of bright, garishly patterned socks. I tend to only wear them in the house when it's cold in the winter, but I love having a pair of bright hand knit socks on. These are the 5th pair of socks I've knitted. I've made 3 pairs for myself and I made a pair for my husband as well. But yeah, I do like a bit of sock knitting. So my plan is before we go on holiday next Saturday, I want to finish that sock. Oh, this little bag came with the kit as well, with the sock yarn. It's got all these little potion bottles and things on. So before we go on holiday next week, I wanted to finish part 3 of the Spooky Halloween Patchwork Sal. Tick, I've done that. I want to finish my sock, which shouldn't take me too long at all. I'm just on the foot and then the toe shaping now. And I am crocheting something else, but I'm not going to show you or say anything about it because it is a very special gift for someone very special and very close to me. And there is a slight chance that they might watch this video. So someone who's got a special birthday coming up. So they might, if they are watching, they might know who they are. But I want to get that finished before we go on holiday as well. I've only got a few little bits and pieces of that left to crochet and put together. And then, as I say, when we go on holiday, I think I'm going to take a pair of socks to cast. I'll cast them on before we go. Pair of boring plain vanilla socks in one of those beautiful funky colourways. If I finish that crochet project, which I should do, I don't know whether to take Jane Austen, which is the next Making Women Who Made History doll, or whether to take some more of the Flower Fairies because they're nice and small. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to take a few cross-stitch projects. So, as I say, I think I might take Mr. Bones in the Garden because that's not going to take long to finish off at all. I might take Life by the Sea, which was the beautiful puffin and beach house design by Sammy of Little Loops. Oh, one that I forgot to mention as well, Sammy's got a new video out which is showing her latest Patreon offering, which I have actually subscribed to get the full kit, because it's a gorgeous mattress seam cube. And it's inspired by Whitby, so it's got like little houses and crabs and seagulls and it's everything. It's absolutely beautiful. So go and check out Sammy's Patreon, which is Little Loop Stitching, and her YouTube channel as well. So yeah, I might take Mr. Bones in the Garden, Sammy's Life by the Sea, and then I might take, because they're just really, really quick and easy to do, one of the pumpkins as well. But I am also really, really itching to cast on a jumper. So you might remember I bought this yarn from the Wool Monty back in June. It is by Felt Fusion and it was the one-off special colourway for the show and it's called It'll Be Right. It's absolutely gorgeous and I got 2 balls of it. It's 100% llama and I wish you could feel how soft it was. Same as with the sock yarn, it is so soft and the colours, it's more muted because llama is naturally an off-white base. So she had the same colourway dyed on different bases and the differences between all the colours because of the base that it was dyed on was just amazing. But A, I wanted this because it was 100% llama, and B, I love that it's more muted and not as bright and in your face. So I've got 2 balls of this, which is 800 metres, 200 grams, which will be enough to make the, let me check what the name is, Lace Hem Tee by Karina Spencer. I'll pop a picture in here. It's a gorgeous little, I'm going to do short sleeve, not long sleeve, because I won't have enough to do long sleeve. But it's just a gorgeous little light knitted top with like a lace pattern around the bottom. I'm not going to do it in multicolours. I'm going to do it all in one colour, just that one colour of yarn. And then I think it will be gorgeous just for like layering over the top of dresses and things. During sort of not in the winter but in the spring and the autumn when it's starting to get a little bit cool but not cold enough to wear a full-on jumper, and I'm just really itching to cast it on. So if I manage to finish my socks in plenty of time before we go on holiday, I might cast that on and take that with me as well. So I'll have plenty of things to do while we are on holiday. And I think that's it, apart from giveaway. I nearly forgot about giveaway. So, because I have got up to 200 subscribers, thank you so much. I cannot believe there are 200 and odd of you out there that are subscribed to listening to me rabbit on every couple of weeks. So, this is going to be the little giveaway prize. So, it is a little purple pouch with a little butterfly charm on the zip. And then inside there is a little pair of snips. These are really, really good as well. I use a pair of these with a little protector on the top, and then a little handmade Floss Friends charm with a little dragonfly on the end that were made by me and my daughter for one of the Floss Friends retreats last year. So that is what I am going to do as my little giveaway. So the little pouch, the scissors, and the scissor fob. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to say that it's for UK only because I don't know how much it's going to cost. I don't think it's going to, I'm not sure if it'll fit in just one A4 flat package. I really apologise. I can feel a sneeze coming on, but I don't know if it's... I'm sorry if that was really, really loud. I didn't have time to pause it or anything. Oh, bless me. So yeah, I'm going to have to say it's for UK only. I've never done a giveaway before, so bear with me. I've seen other people do this, but I've not done it myself. You need to be over 18 because I need to be able to ask for your postal address. Please don't use any words in your comment like free, prize, giveaway, anything like that, because that will attract bots and, you know, people that I don't want to win the giveaway. I want someone to win it who's actually going to want to use it and get some use out of it. So if you would like to be in with a chance of winning my little giveaway pouch, can you leave the word pouch, Pouch, and I will type it across the bottom hopefully as well, or in the comment box down below. So you can leave it in a sentence, you can leave it with a comment as well, or you can literally just type the word pouch into the comments down below. And when I get back from holiday and I film my next video, so it'll be about 2-3 weeks, probably something like that, I will use some kind of random YouTube comment picker to choose a winner for this little pouch and pair of scissors. So, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for all the comments, the likes and subscribes. I think I'm up to date with comments. I do try and reply to everyone's comments, even if it's just like a B or a love heart or a thank you or something like that. I'd love to be able to get more subscribers and to grow my channel. As I mentioned at the beginning, I've joined TikTok as well with the help of my youngest. I think I've posted like one thing on there so far, and I think my youngest is my only follower, and youngest girlfriend. I think they're my only 2 followers at the minute. So it's Becky B Crafty, same as here, same as on Instagram, and now on TikTok. So I will be trying to get my head around TikTok and posting some bits and pieces. There might be some more knitting and crochet content going on TikTok rather than just cross stitch all the time as well. So if that's something that might interest you, then please hop over there and follow me on TikTok. Obviously, please follow me on Instagram as well. I've not been posting on there very much lately. As I say, actual crafting's just been taken over rather than actually posting things, which hopefully you'll forgive me for, because that's what we're here for, isn't it? We're here for the crafting. But yeah, please give this video a like, drop me a comment to say hi. Don't forget to say pouch in your comment if you want to be in with a chance for winning the giveaway. Please think about subscribing. Please share everywhere for me to try and grow my channel. And until then, enjoy the rest of your summer, enjoy your holiday if you're going on holiday anywhere like I am. I probably will be posting a few pictures and things to Instagram, so if you want to see what I'm getting up to on my holiday, then make sure you check out my Instagram page. And until then, happy crafting, whatever craft you do, and enjoy yourselves. Bye guys.